Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hola from the west side. It is me, DC, the Purple Diva. Happy Lunar New Year and happy Friday. It is Chinese New Year's, and it is now the year of the ox. We all know that last Chinese New Year's was right before the world went into a lockdown. And thankfully, this year, we are in a better situation. And it is Valentine's Day weekend, or Galentine's Day for those who are not celebrating that. I will probably be coming, not probably. I will be coming on Valentine's Day. It'll be after 8 o'clock East Coast time, so after 5 o'clock West Coast time. But I'll come on for a little while. I'll be dressed in my red. We'll talk, we'll chit chat. We'll get it. We'll do something. And I probably will talk a little bit on Sunday about the history of Valentine's Day, about the actual Saint Valentine's. Hey, just chillin'. So I'll probably talk about that on Sunday. But tonight I wanted to talk about Lunar New Year. So let me see if I can pull something up. We'll see. I don't know. This is not my strong suit, sharing my screen, but I'm going to try. So let me see if I can get what I need. I'm trying to find, I have so much crap open. Let me get out of that. And I'm going to bring up Lunar New Year. New Year 2021. We'll see if I can bring some stuff up and actually be able to share it with you guys. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let me see if I can share my screen. Well, first of all, I'll just give the short before I go into that. So this is the year of the ox. The Chinese year of 2021 is the year of the ox, starting on February the 12th, lasting until January the 31st, 2022. So it doesn't go on for quite a year. Next year is 2022, will be the year of the tiger. And it will last from February 1st to January 22nd, because their days are, the lunar New Year's are based on the cycles of the moon. And, you know, we run on this quote unquote solar New Year, you know, in the world. So now what does the year of the ox mean? We can see a bigger emphasis on industry related to metal in 2021. The ox in Chinese culture is a hard-working zodiac, because, you know, these are the Chinese zodiacs that we're talking about. It signifies movements, and so hopefully the world will be less static than last year and get moving again in the second half of the year, because, yeah, y'all know what we went through last year. Now, I know a lot of people use the let me come back into the chat. I know that a lot of people, what's the black Kevin Samuel? Hey, Darren. What's up, dude? Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. Oh, Darren, did you get something from Boss Lady? If you haven't gotten it, it's coming. She's working on it. I'm just checking, so I know if I need to nudge her again over the weekend. If you gotten something from her or not. You have not. Okay, cool. She's working on it. And thank you for letting me know that, so I know what I need to do this weekend. Send her a little love note. To get those items over to you. So I'm not really, I'm not really into the Chinese New Year stuff, but I know that just like the sun, things with the moon do change things around the world, and I can deal with it from that perspective. Hey, AKA James, happy Lunar New Year, happy Chinese New Year. But I think it's going to be an interesting year. I hope some of the stuff that they're saying is correct, because if we definitely need some movement within industry. I think the world as a whole is stagnated right now. I know, I'm gonna get it to you. Me and your cousin are gonna be on her. Okay. Me and your cousin are be on her. That was just like the 6 degrees of separation. But I do hope that there is some movement within industry this year, you guys. In the world, really. But here's the things that I really hope start to move forward. I really hope that the pushes that Madam Vice President talked about, as far as girls getting more into STEM, the science, engineering, and mathematics. I hope that they really push more minorities towards that. And I hope that there are more opportunities for people to learn coding. You know why? Because this whole year, all of these people who didn't have jobs could have been doing something if they knew how to code. I'll just let that marinate. And I mean, we're talking about simple coding. I mean, all the programming that I know, is from the 80s. You know, like the programming that I learned in college, none of which is useful today. Let me just say that. I don't know anybody that uses Pascal. Nobody. I don't know anybody that uses Pascal. And I know y'all probably like, what is she talking about? Pascal is one of the engineering, it's a computer science language. It's supposed to be more user-friendly. Nobody uses it. And you know, Fortran is gone. You know, they're into C++, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So the engineering programming languages are gone. They're gone. Coding is the way to go. Even if you know a little bit of coding, I promise you, it's helpful. I know a little bit. I know how to write rules. I know how to write rules. I know how to do that. You know, if then, those kind of rules, or the yes no rules. You know, where it's either yes or no. Basic kind of, you know, rule writing. That's not even close to coding. I'm learning. But I do hope that the industry stuff, you know, moves forward. I will actually turn on my camera at some point because you guys have to see how much I've gotten done on the picture. It's starting to look like a painting. It's starting to look like a painting, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying, just chilling. I learned Pascal in the 80s because that's when I was in college. And the reason we learned Pascal is because the chairman of the computer science department at USC wrote a freaking book on Pascal. And we had to use that as one of the textbooks. So we were stuck with this freaking Pascal in computer science while I was in school. It wasn't helpful at all. Yeah, no one uses Pascal. They don't even use Fortran anymore. All of those engineering and computer languages from the 80s are gone because those predated internet. So they can't even do the coding and stuff the same way. You know, they can't even do things the same way. That's why everything had to change. Flash got done away with last year. That's what so it's like, yeah, HTML, I know a little HTML. A little bit. You know, just enough to be dangerous. But I think I'm going to take a class in it that just help me to be more savvy in it. Even though I know, like, most of the time when you're building things, you know, all of that's built into the stuff and you don't even have to worry about it, but it's still nice to know that part of it for yourself. But yeah, we got to push the kids towards the maths and the sciences, and really the girls, because there are more of them. There are more of us. You know, we don't want it to just be hidden figures. That, you know, that movie made me so proud to have majored in math in college, y'all. That it did, you know, and it also opened people's minds to the fact that just because you studied math in college does not mean you're going to be a math teacher, because math is everywhere. It's not just in education. However, we all know that, you know, outside of like things like working at NASA or, you know, working in industries where they're using complex math that none of us are going to use any of the math, that we used past past adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. You're not going to use your calculus. I've never had to use my calculus ever. Ever. Never had to use differential equations. Now, of course, if I had gone into something that was not in finance, maybe I would have. But because I work in finance, no. I would have to been in some kind of other, field. But for most of us, all we need to know how to do is add, subtract, multiply, and divide. And we don't do that very well. Our kids are so dependent on their calculators. They can't do nothing in their head. I can do it in my head. I still do stuff in my head to keep myself. You use it in coffee. Oh, you use it in making the coffee. Yeah, but yeah, because of the formulas. Yeah, that would be somewhere where you would use it. But in finance, no. I'm not. And I still have some of my, I got some of my math books. I have them from college and stuff. I've never had to open them to use them for anything, but I keep them as references just in case. Just in case. Now, there's certain stuff that we learn in math that we're going to use our entire life, but it's very important to know all of those other things because they're kind of like built off of still those basic mathematical principles. But we know that for years they tried to tell us, those of us who are not, clear persuasion or European persuasion, that we weren't good in math. But can somebody explain to me the pyramids and all of the stuff that was destroyed on the continent? Math was created on the continent. There's probably math that we have not even discovered that was destroyed when the continent became colonized. I'm just saying. Yeah, but for most of my banking, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. For most of it. But yeah, you've got to use other stuff because I've worked in real estate. Obviously, I've used a lot of different real estate formulas. Now, when I started out in this, we used to have amortization tables. Now, everything's done in the computers. Then it went into calculators and stuff, But now the system does all of the calculation and stuff for you. But, I still have to check and make sure it's right. Because computers are only as good. Oh, use it for pricing options. I gotcha. Use measurements, percentages more than anything else. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But again, unless you're, a teacher on a college campus, your need for differential equations is going to be limited. It's going to be limited, But I'm glad that they're starting to encourage more into math, because what people don't understand is that math and music are related. That's the other thing that not in the school. And they don't even understand that that's the reason why kids do so horribly in math. If they had the music helps them to be better in math, because music is numeric and music is not an art. It is a science, regardless of what modern day world says. The modern world decided that music was an art, but music is actually mathematical, which makes it a science. That's why when musicians tell me that they're bad in math, I said, no, you're not. You're really good in math, but you're good in math when it's related to the music, because you got to count stuff out in the music. You're dealing with, all the notes are numbers. So, yeah. The story of calculus is yeah, man, I hated calculus. Didn't nobody care about the XY? I don't care about the X, Y, X. I don't care what X is equal to. But actually, we do actually use certain stuff with calculus. At least I do in real estate finance, but I don't have to do it myself. I use my daggone HP12C for that kind of stuff. And they even have a program now that you can pull up to do the stuff that the HP12 does. So it's kind of like I can do it digitally if I don't have my HP12 handy. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. But, I know I'm the nerdy girl into math and science. But if you guys think about it, like when you look at, remember they used to have the weather girls? They used to have the weather girls doing the weather on the channels. Now you have women who are actual meteorologists, actually went to school for this. And weather is definitely math driven. So that would be another one of the fields where math is very important. Yep. Yeah, that's what I say. It's so many different layers, but the thing is that people don't even understand the importance of knowing. If they understand that basic math, if they get the principles of the basic math, then they're able to do that more complex math. But the reason a lot of people are unable to do the more complex math is because they never got the principles of the basic math. And, now we teach our kids this new math, so they teach them a new way of getting to the same answer that we used to get. The argument about whether you do the stuff that's inside the parentheses, separate, or, that whole thing. That's the age-old argument. It's not new. They just keep coming up with different ways to come up with the same freaking answer. But this is one of the reasons why so many people are not good with their finances, because they don't know freaking basic math. Weren't paying attention to that part of the class. Or they didn't have a teacher who was good at explaining math. Because not all math teachers are good teachers. One of the reasons why I did not become a math teacher because I didn't think I would be a good math teacher. I know math, but I don't think I'm good at teaching someone else the math. But my aunt, on the other hand, one of the best math teachers I know, can break the stuff down so that once she shows you how to do it, you will never forget it. One of the reasons why I studied math in college was her, because she made it so easy. But no, I do hope that that's one of the things that, Madam Vice President, sticks to in her many, her promises. She seems to have an eye on women, and we're going to be watching. And I'm sure her sorors are going to be holding her feet to the fire. Think about this, you guys. This is the first time, that someone in the Divine Nine has gotten to the top, almost. Not to mention the fact that she went to an HBCU. The school everybody thinks that I should have gone to because I'm from DC. Everyone always wanted to know why I did not go to Howard University. I didn't go to Howard because I did not want to go to college at home. And here's a fun fact. Most people from DC don't go to Howard. It is most of the people who are coming from other places in the country that need to get the Black experience, because they ain't never been, they've never been in a predominantly, quote unquote, Black city. And, it's not that they haven't been to a Black school, but they want to go to a, historical Black university for various reasons. I did go to an HBCU my freshman year. I went to Hampton. Hey, Joe. Ola from the South Side. I went to Hampton my freshman year. And the deal with my parents was, if I got into SC a second time, because I had to apply twice, because they wouldn't let me go. My parents would not allow me to come to California at 18. But my parents told me that if I got in again, I could go my sophomore year. So I was on the dean's list my freshman year at Hampton and got in again as a transfer. And the reason that I wanted to go to USC or a PWI was because I had grown up in a Black city, a predominantly Black city. I had gone to school my entire life, although I went to Catholic school, with Black people. We were the majority. And I knew that when I went into the real world, I was going to need to know how to deal with everybody else. So I did. I came out here, and I was culturally shocked by the Black people that went to USC that I met when I first went there, because they were very plastic and impressed by the fact that my father was a doctor. That kind of stuff. And it wasn't even about that. But again, USC is quote unquote the University of Spoiled Children, However, being Black and being into being Black, that quote unquote Afrocentric, whatever, was a fad when I came to California. It's like something they would put on. They were, just weird to me in that way. But I was from a different part of the country, so it was just different to me. And even I think to this day, people can tell that I'm not from here because I'm not, like the folk here. Although I'm probably, I guess my artsy ways help me probably to blend in, pretty much more here, because at home it's very, very conservative. Me and my purple hair and being tatted up and pierced up and stuff. I don't know how well that would go in corporate America on the East Coast, but because I work from home, it probably would, be a no problem, I guess. I don't know. But it's interesting, and it's going to be an interesting 4 years. So the impeachment is going on. I spoke a little bit about this. I've watched the stuff, you guys. I understand the reasoning for it. I think the most disturbed and disappointed in the Republican senators who, are going to, to just vote the party line instead of their conscience. And I'm disappointed that 5 people dying is not enough. And because this happened when he was still in office, I don't care if he's now out of office. It's just my personal opinion. I mean, his the way that he acted at the end was just totally atrocious. And my personal opinion is I would want him banned from running for political office, public office ever again. I don't want him to even be on a homeowners association board. Let him just run his companies and stay out of politics. Don't come back into it again. In 4 years, if somebody in the Trump family is running, let it be one of his kids. Let it be one of them. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure his daughter and his son are both, chomping at the bit to try to get into politics. My personal opinion. Especially Ivanka, the daughter. Personal opinion. From observing her. So I don't know. What are you guys planning to do? Oh, before I go to that. So we believe that this impeachment will be over this weekend. So I guess we can tune in tomorrow again for some more. I know the senators are just so pissed off that they have to be in D.C. for the 3-day weekend and actually have to work. Poor them. Poor them. But this wouldn't even be happening if our former president had not done what he did on January 6th. My personal opinion. But I'm sure it's an opinion shared by other people. I do believe that he has lost some of his support within the Republican Party. But unfortunately, there's still, people who are blindly following this man. And I don't even understand it. But okay. We'll just let that one ride and see what happens tomorrow. But the next thing I wanted to talk about before I get into what you guys are doing for the weekend, for Valentine's Day, those of you who are in relationships, is, did you guys see that the girl from Louisiana had to come out here to California, to Beverly Hills, and that African doctor, plastic surgeon, kindly figured out how to get that stuff out of her hair, and she still has hair. And he did it free of charge. Did y'all see that? You know, the ridiculousness of it all. It just speaks to a deeper issue with my sisters and our non-acceptance of our beautiful textured hair. Oh yeah, and then and then the dude who didn't believe, who did not believe that she really had that stuff in her hair. Yeah, he took it and put it on his lips and put it on a cup and stuck the cup to his lips. So now he got a cup stuck to his lips. Dummy. Also in Louisiana, what the hell is going on? What's going on with y'all folk in Louisiana? What y'all doing? What y'all doing in Louisiana? I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. Oh, you guys, I think if he hasn't already got them, I believe that DOD is almost back to his 4,000 hours so he can get monetized again. And Uppity Unicorn is monetized. Hey, Life. That was so stupid when that dude did that. Like, okay, now I'm not really a wig wearing woman, y'all. I mean, I got a couple of wigs, but I don't glue no wig on my head. Like, why are y'all gluing the wigs down? I don't care if you're using some other kind of glue that they told you, is not Gorilla Glue, that's for gluing it down. All of it is glue. Glue is glue. Stop gluing stuff to your skin. If you don't have baby hairs of your own, it's okay. You don't have to have the baby hair. I'm like, these women, what are you guys doing? I'm glad that this young lady got that stuff out of her hair. I bet you she won't be putting nothing in it. Well, he told her to stay away from putting any type of chemicals in her hair or anything in her hair for 6 weeks. So hopefully she will take his advice and just leave her hair alone. No more wigs. No more wigs. And, like, I got some Gorilla Glue, but I know what it's for. I mean, I use it for crafting and for gluing, like wood together. Never would I think about using it on my on my skin, on my hair. And she put a lot of that shiznick in her hair. Oh God. I mean, thankfully, a black doctor who knew our hair figured out what to do, to get the compound out of her hair without burning her hair and her scalp. But that was a mess, y'all. And then homeboy, I can't with that dude. Let's talk about something that's much more positive. How about those men, those two, I believe they were sanitation workers, maybe, that found that baby. They found that little girl that had been kidnapped. Found her, blocked the kidnapper in, called the police. I believe that was in Louisiana too. But that was a much better situation going on, okay? Hey, 1SP. Hey, Misunderstood. I was so happy about those sanitation, I'm not going to say those truck drivers, because I don't know if they were sanitation workers, but they were dressed like sanitation workers. So I'm thinking that's what they were. But those two men got that baby and, saw and stopped and got that child. Because, when they steal little black boys and girls, those children usually end up dead. No matter what the race of the person is that kidnapped them. It's, but they got the child before anything had happened to her. Thankfully, they got her before anything had happened to her. And if they had not gotten to that child, we would have never heard about it. She would just have been another life, another black life that was snuffed out. And y'all know, with probably some little sicko pedophile type of dude. Just crazy. It's just crazy. And it was a little black girl, and the kidnapper was a black young man who clearly has mental issues. Even if he's sane and did that, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. But he's going to go away for a long time. Because we don't even want to think about what he could have done to this child. Even the fact that she was stolen, taken from her family for that short period of time, has taken some of that child's innocence away. Thank God nothing else happened to her. Thank God nothing else happened to that child. It could have ended so badly. But those men saw the car. They actually had paid attention to the Amber Alert. And they called the police, and they made sure that child was okay. And the men were upset because one of them was like, he said, I got a daughter of my own. That could have been my child. I don't understand these people. who want to hurt children. They want to hurt children. They haven't done nothing to you. They just exist. Oh wow, your book is out. Congratulations, 1SP. Is it on Amazon? Is it on Amazon? Yeah, my book is going to be coming out this year too, y'all. It's going to be coming out this year. I gotta find an editor. I already have a publishing company for it. My soror and an AKA, who are both best-selling authors, have a publishing company called Brown Girls Publishing. And that's who I'm going to send my book to. And I'm gonna hope that they put it out. And then I also want to put my book out in Espanol, audio, Espanol. So I'm gonna get someone to help me with translating it to Spanish. I'll get my dad to help me. And a couple of other people who are natives, because it is a Spanish. Spanish is a second language for DC. But because of my family, my family is, Black Latino, I do want it in Spanish also because autism affects Black and brown children the most. It affects our boys the most. And here's a little tidbit for you guys. The CDC has never been able to say for sure that vaccinations do not cause autism. Regardless of what you guys have heard otherwise, they don't know. They don't know. They have conceded that it may, but they can't say that it doesn't anymore. But they couldn't afford all the lawsuits. I believe that it's what caused my son to be autistic. And I know that there are other mothers who believe it is what caused the autism in their children. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I might, when I first put it out, I probably will maybe, read portions of it after it's published on my channel. But this has been a hard write for me, you guys. Just because I started it one way, and then I realized that I was not writing it the right way for me. So I literally changed like midstream in writing the book and had to rewrite a whole bunch of stuff. And then I ended up having to add additional things. But I think it's going to be good once I do get it out. And hopefully it will lead to me being able to travel, to talk to groups of parents, about being a caregiver for our children, and just about my journey, and to be kind of like, hopefully, a light at the end of the tunnel, or the end of the tunnel of childhood. because realistically, many of our children may continue to live at home for some time after they're adults, and many of our children may not be self-sufficient, and they need lots and lots of support from us as parents. So, you know, hopefully those are things that will come out of it, you know. Hopefully those are things that will come out of it. Okay, I'm going to cut on the camera, even though I'm going to be on for a little bit longer. There is no David tonight. David is gone. He'll be back on Valentine's Day. So y'all will see him on Sunday. Let me get the camera going. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So as you guys can see, I have been working on the painting. It's starting to look like a painting. You can see some of the flowers. I did like the flowers that are down here, but I really have not done a lot of the flowers over here and over here. There is a lot more green in here that I have not put in. Let me see, where's the picture? There's the picture. So this is the original picture. This is the inspiration, Van Gogh, that I'm using as the inspiration. Mine, of course, is not going to look exactly like Mr. Van Gogh's. It's going to be DC's interpretation, but you know, it's coming along. Although, you know, these paints aren't quite the same colors as in here, but I can see that the blues mixing together are starting to look more purplish as I add more of them in there. But we'll still have some flowers over here, and then we've got some more flowers over there, but then you've got more green back here. So yeah, it's coming along, y'all. But I painted earlier tonight, so I decided that tonight I was not going to paint during the time. I just figured I'd sit here and we can just talk. I could just talk to y'all. But yeah, so this is the Van Gogh this is the first one that I'm doing. After I finish this one, I can show you guys what the next one is. The next one that I'm going to be working on is this. It's an elephant. So this will be the next one. This one will probably be, this is a much easier project. Because there's not as many colors involved in painting this. However, it's still going to take some time, but the one that I'm working on right now, the Van Gogh, it is very difficult. I would not advise someone who's not a painter and does to do this, because in painting this, I have to use a lot of different techniques. Like in certain parts, I'm literally taking the paintbrush and I'm just dotting, whereas other places I'm using a bigger paintbrush, like for some of my greens. This is the one that I was using for a lot of the greens. This one right here. So where I'm just literally, I'm actually painting it in more. So that's why I have a bigger brush, because they're much bigger sections. But you see, there's like all this green, but it's a combination of like 2 or 3. No, it's more than that. It's probably about 5 different greens that I'm using to get the greens. Here's a few of them right here. I'll show them to you. Here are some of the greens. These are just some of the greens that I'm using. It's a few of them. And then I've got all these greens over here that I have barely touched. And this is This is like a really, really light green, still green. All of these, a bunch of greens. Because as you guys can see from the picture, where did I put it? Oh, there's a lot of green in this picture. So yeah, I may come on. I think I'm going to come on in the morning tomorrow, and I will actually be painting. Maybe come on for maybe an hour, maybe an hour. I don't know. And paint during the day, so you guys can, have the camera on while I'm painting during the daytime. It is. The details are like right here. This is a flower. I used 1, 2, 3. I used four different. I used like 2 purples and two blues to make that right there. So it's just the mixing of the colors, but I love it. It's very relaxing because usually when I'm doing the painting, I have my on my phone. I have the phone on. You guys can't see it right now. Let me turn it down. Turn myself down. I have my phone on. Right now, it just has y'all. But I'll have on my Spotify, and I'll have playlists for painting. And they have ones in. If I just punch in painting, I'll get like a slew of playlists, and I just put in my my beats and listen and paint. Have a little wine and just do it. But I usually will sit here and do like an hour at a time. Tomorrow I might paint for longer than that because I don't have no David here. You see, I have no David here. I'm off this weekend, not working, only my YouTube work. So yeah, I'm 3-day weekend. Yeah, I might do more than an hour session. But maybe I'll come on and do some in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. No, I won't be drinking wine in the morning. Not in the morning. I'll have some coffee in the morning. Hey, Heaven Sense. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Happy New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. But yeah, so I will probably be on tomorrow doing some painting. I will be on Sunday, dressed in my red for Valentine's Day. And I'll come on with some history of Valentine's Day on Sunday. So, I know there's a few of us that are going to be talking about what it's really, the real history of it. And so if you're doing any, sweet nothings and all that kind of stuff, you might want to do that before I talk about, how much it's not about love and, yeah, probably want to do that on Sunday, but I will be on tomorrow. I'll be painting at some point. I'm going to get myself up. I'm going to get on here. All I got to do is turn the freaking computer on. It's just so simple. But right now, I am getting ready to get off of here. I'm probably going to do a little bit more painting tonight, though. Because, I still have a little wine left. And this is some Stella Rose. And this is the blueberry. It tastes delicious. Just so you guys know what I'm drinking tonight. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'll see y'all on Sunday. In the meantime, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Oh, but before I leave, I got to show y'all this shirt. This is my shirt that I ordered 1,000,000 years ago. This says, I am his voice. He is my heart. That's me, y'all. And then I've got my arm showing David. Got this special made. Found it on Facebook in one of the autism groups. And had to find the black girl. But yeah, I'm his voice. He is my heart. One of my autism shirts. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Until then, peace, y'all. I'm out.